From News Channel 7, time for 7 First Alert weather.
Well, we've got some dry weather ahead for the next week or so, a change from what we saw this last week with storm after storm coming through with rain and snow, and lots of snow in the mountains, of course. Clear back toward Christmas, of course, we had some snow over Christmas weekend, and then it dried out for the last week of the year and turned quite cold, with temperatures only getting up in the 20s during the day. By New Year's weekend, we saw sub-zero temperatures on New Year's morning, first time in 5 years. And then this week, with the storms moving through, a little bit milder with highs in the 30s, and yesterday some sunshine in the afternoon bumped us up to nearly 50 degrees. Today, not quite that mild, but beautiful. Lots of blue sky developing as the clouds this morning are melting away and pulling out of our area with high pressure strengthening over the region. It's 32 degrees right now in Boise with calm winds, and the barometric pressure is rapidly rising as that ridge moves in from the west. Highs will be up into the mid to upper 30s in most valley locations today, starting out in the low 30s right now across most valley areas and the teens in the mountains. And no watches or warnings in effect for the first time in several days across our area, except for this winter weather advisory up north of McCall. That will be canceled later on today as things quiet down. But the last bit of cloud cover and isolated snow showers over the Owyhees are moving out and heading south and east as that storm moves on to the east as well. Now, there's a high pressure ridge building along the west coast that will spread inland and swell over Idaho, moving right over our area tomorrow and then continuing to dominate our region through the rest of next week. This will be a long-term extended pattern of dry weather for a change. And we'll also see colder air trapped in the valleys, which means fog and low clouds also getting stuck in the valleys as a result of recent rain, snow, and snow melt, putting a lot of moisture in the lower levels of the atmosphere. So look for mostly sunny days, mostly clear nights, but areas of fog and low clouds at night and in the morning hours in many valley locations. And that's because of inversions that will strengthen. An inversion is when you get colder, denser, heavier air that settles down in the valleys and relatively mild, lighter, buoyant air sits over the top. So sometimes the valley locations are actually colder during the day than some of the mountain areas. And that inversion also starts to trap moisture as well as pollutants and smoke, leading to air stagnation and possibly air quality issues in the valleys. And it takes a storm to come along and either blow it out with the wind or bring colder air in that will allow this air in the valley to lift out. So we don't see that happening, at least for the next week or so. We'll be under the effects of this high pressure ridge. For the Magic Valley, that means mostly sunny skies today with temperatures that will warm up into the upper 20s to the low 30s. Twin Falls around 34 degrees with generally light winds today. Overnight lows dropping down to the teens. Central mountain areas, sunshine coming out for Stanley and Sun Valley, but sub-zero temperatures at night in Stanley and Fairfield, highs in the 20s, reaching the low 30s in the Wood River Valley. Over in McCall, Donnelly, and Cascade, partly cloudy skies today with McCall around 26 degrees, nearly 30 in Cascade, but look for increasing fog and low clouds at night, especially near the water. And for the western Treasure Valley, mostly sunny today, light winds, high temperatures in the upper 30s, Boise around 38 degrees, 37 in Mountain Home. And then fog and low clouds expected at night for the next few days, giving way to sunshine during the day, but temperatures only getting up from the teens at night into the low 30s during the day. And depending on how long that fog and low clouds stick around during the morning, that will influence how warm we get during the day, but barely warming up to near freezing for the next several days. And then by the end of the week, we start to see a little bit of a weakening of the high pressure, but no storms coming in the next 7 days or so.